Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. So I'm out for a little jolly on the Triumph. Reason being, I have recently had the seat redone, which if you're new to the channel probably won't sound odd, but if you're not new to the channel and you saw the build of this bike, you'll realise this bike is, in this incarnation, less than 2 years old. Or just over, somewhere there. It's done just shy of 4,000 miles since I had the seat done for that rebuild. Now, back when I first built this bike, I did a run to middle of Wales on a particularly wet day, and when I got there, obviously the bike was completely drenched. When I got back, much the same. I left the bike parts in the garage for 2 or 3 days. When I came back to it, ready to clean it, there was all sorts of white residue kind of bleeding out the seat from all the stitching and what have you. So I took it back to where I had the seat originally done and said, like, this is no good. They're like, yeah, we can see what the problem is. It must be the glue in the script foam. We'll get that redone. So they did it, and I never had the problem again. But I hadn't actually taken it out in a significant amount of rain. So roll forward 2 years or so, and I recently did an episode with Helmet Head, which is the video that was just on the channel, him doing the review. And for that day it just rained constantly, and on the way home I got absolutely drowned. See, as you can see, I got absolutely drenched that day, and ultimately washed the bike, put it away, come back to it a couple of days later, and all this white residue was bleeding out the seams again. And I thought, I really can't be putting up with that. And it was starting to get quite uncomfortable, and I've noticed it started to crease near the front on the sides. So I'm literally fresh off a plane, having been working away, and before I went away, I went down to my dad's and I says, can you find me somebody who can redo this seat? I'm happy with the style of it. It's got the classic Triumph, like 70s Triumph, might be 60s as well, vinyl patterning on the top, plain sides. That's all I want. Just, I want it done properly. I want it to stop doing what it's doing. Yeah, so he took it to P&PC and they deconstructed it, and while they were taking it apart they said, well, we can see what the issue is here, and it was the seat foam had been made up from recycled foam. You'll know the sort. I'll put a picture in here. It looks like a nice pup. You might have to come down here. I will get to the point in a minute. Yeah, it was made up of recycled foam, and the foam was built up using water-based glue. So as a result of that, when it was getting wet, the foam was breaking down, or the glue was breaking down, should I say, and then bleeding out the stitching. So they said, what do you want us to do? And so we want it pretty much as it is, but yeah, done properly with a decent foam and a good base, and a proper cover. Then they started looking at the cover, and it turned out that what I had was a similar patterning to the classic Triumph patterning, but it got, when they held it to light, it was perforated, so it was no good. It's just a giant sponge. So they showed the quality of the material they got. They actually make the majority of the reproduction classic bike seats, and they've got a contract for Triumph as well for new production. So quality is baked in, and yeah, good chat with them. Confidence was instilled, and they said problem is we've got about a 6-week lead time because of the Triumph contract that we're adhering to. So he had that. I wasn't expecting the bike back on the road for this season basically, and then he got a phone call 5 days later saying we've made the cover up, we've had a gap because of a material shortage, so we've made the cover up. If you want to come check it out, we can build it, make it up. And he said no, as long as it's as we discussed, you can crack on. So yes folks, here we are in a beautiful setting. I've never been down this little road before. I've driven past here quite often. All houses and a lovely, lovely church over there. But the reason for stopping here was just to give you a look of the new seat. So, as you can see, here we have my lovely recovered classic style 3/4 seat. So it's, as I say, the reproduction fabric for the top. It's been reinforced double back stitched there with a beading. The foam is absolutely stunning, so comfortable. It's a little bit thicker, got a bit more of that Triumph kind of Scrambler look to it, and all in all I am extremely happy. I think on the whole looks pretty darn good, and I say it's so comfortable. So yeah, P&P seating, well worth checking out if you're looking for something a little bit different. You know, if you need to make something fit your bike, then I would definitely be checking them out. I'll certainly go back there for any further work that I need. And yeah, that was all really.